Let's welcome Markus Witte on stage.
Thank you for having me here. I'm very glad to be able to speak here. This is my first Slush conference, and I'm also, as I heard before, a Slush virgin, which we want to change right now. So, what is Babbel? Babbel is a language learning app. It's the market leader right now. And the mission that we have is make language learning easy for everybody. So it's not aimed at school children, not aimed at people who have to learn a language. We want to make it easy for people like you and me, possibly. So this is where we are now. We have a team of around 350 people in Berlin and New York. We're teaching 14 languages with 7 what we call display languages. So it's always pairs. And in 3 rounds, we have raised a total of around $33 million. We broke even in 2011, and since then have been growing rapidly on an average year-on-year growth way over 100% on all relevant metrics, which is basically top line mainly. Now, how did it all start? This is 2007, and these 4 guys are the founders of a music startup. So we came out of the music software industry, a company called Native Instruments, that's still the world market leader in software for musicians and audio engineers. And we were building an online platform for music collaboration. But wait, this is not California. This is not the NAMM show. What happened? Actually, we pivoted our business before we even started. We came out of an industry that we knew inside and out. We had all more than 6 years experience in that, professional experience in that field. And we were very confident we were ruling it. But then we ran into a problem that we had ourselves. One of us wanted to learn a language on the internet. That was 2007. And he found out there's nothing on the internet to learn a language. We couldn't believe it. It was not one of these groundbreaking idea things. It was just, we couldn't believe there's not a service to learn a language on the internet. And after some struggle, we decided this will be our market. We were complete rookies in that. We knew how to build great products, we knew how to put love into products, and we knew that the old industries, the old juggernauts, are eventually going to die. And we knew that delivering e-learning multimedia software on CD-ROMs will die, and that the companies doing that will have a terrible problem in turning around into a digital economy. We knew that from the music software space. And we thought it is not so much about language teaching and the experience around that, but around building a great product. At that time, what we saw was, for self-learners, for people who just wanted to improve their French, to learn some Italian, to brush up the Russian they learned early on, was books. It was audio. I still have a lot of audio cassettes on my shelf. And it was this traditional software. And all these things gather dust pretty quickly. They are not used a lot. So the challenge for everybody learning a language is to actually keep learning and integrate it somehow into their life. And these products didn't really do that job very well. So what we looked at was very much an empty space. And that was amazing because language learning had been around so long and it seemed like one of the most natural things everybody wants to do. And still there was nothing out there. How can that possibly be? And we're still wondering how that works. And we had to find our way there since we were completely alien to that space. It took us forever. We just heard that it is a slow rising rather than a revolution. And for us, it really took forever to find out how that market works. And we found out that you need a lot of respect for teachers and to learn how to teach on how language learning works to actually build a great product. Now, what's the market like? And we all know these slides. Every founder and every entrepreneur shows slides like that. So there's a 60 billion market for language learning worldwide. How much does that matter for us? Well, it somehow does. It's a huge market. It's a huge market and it's rapidly growing. But what's important for us as a fast-growing company is what kind of trends are there that actually change the market? Where are the opportunities to tap into that? And one obvious, huge, ongoing trend is globalization. We are mixing people out of different backgrounds with different languages everywhere. That's a huge thing. And however much we translate, however real-time that is, the more we interact with people of different mother languages, the more we are interested in language learning. Another huge trend is self-improvement. We all are watching our pulse every couple of minutes, or we're trying to improve our mental capabilities, we are trying to be better people, doing yoga, whatever. That's coming more and more. And one of the things that we do in the self-improvement area is learning languages. It makes us not only smarter, but it also helps us to understand the world better and enrich our lives. And then another obvious thing that happens is personal technology. When we started, there was pre-App Store. It was only web. And then the app stores came along. Now we're also on the Apple Watch with an app. So technology is getting closer to the body, closer into our everyday life, and giving us multiple opportunities to actually learn languages. Now, to build a business, there are some main questions. One is, who is actually the consumer? Or who is the customer? The other is, in our space, how do they learn? And finally, where does the money come from? Is there a business model? Now, in our case, the customer is not the business customer, is not the student, is not somebody who really has to learn language. It is everyday people. It's all of us, everybody who is interested to learn a language. Now, is there demand for that? Yes, there is. And one of the numbers that show this demand is that we're seeing up to 120,000 app downloads in a single day for Babbel. Another question is, how do people actually learn? What is the approach to didactics and to teaching? And there's different ways. You can have a community. We actually tried that in the beginning. You can have real-life teaching over a video. That is also a possibility. And there's interactive learning, and that is what we decided to do. And once you do that, the question is, where do the courses come from? Who's creating them? There's the possibility to do user-generated content. You can license content that's existing. and you can build it yourself. And we actually did all three things. As I said before, we were pretty rookie and had to try out things, and there was no role model for us. So we tried out all these things, and in the end, we found out we have to build the courses ourselves. We now have a team of 125 people only building language courses. These are experts for digital language courses. They're didactics experts, they're linguists, they're teachers, and know how to build these courses. So this is how people learn, and this is a screenshot of how Babbel actually looks. It's an interactive experience. There's courses built for this experience in language pairs. So we build different courses for English speakers learning French than for German speakers learning French because they have different challenges in learning a language. Now, another question, where does the money come from? You can do ad financed and try to monetize traffic. You can try a freemium model, or you can try to sell off data in the background and make it look free for the customer. And outside of selling data, we tried the others. In the end, we found out that what actually works is being aligned to our users. The user wants to stay with us because they want to keep learning. And we must be incentivized to keep users learning. So having a premium product that's paid by people who actually use it, not by a third party who has different interests, that works very well for us. And having a subscription that incentivizes us to keep people on the platform also works for us and for our users. Now, this is where we are, and this is where Babbel is in the moment. It seems that we see some traction, we see some demand, and we got to a certain point. But then again, it's only the beginning. And we feel that we still have to push the envelope to find out more things about how people learn and how we can help them to integrate learning in everyday life, to make it possible for everybody who's remotely interested to pick up some language to do that easily and affordably. So thank you very much, and consider learning a language. There's an app for that.